Hello there, everybody. This is Conquest, and we're back. So there's been like 3 updates since the last one, because like the first one just completely broke everything. The second one fixed everything, but didn't fix it saying what version it was, and the last one fixed that. I don't remember exactly what was changed, but I don't think it's anything that would imminently impact this. So I'm just off camera a bit. I've sifted some stuff, and I've made a couple of the progressive automation things. I'm just going to go ahead and finish those. I finished that because you make that literally, it's one fence and one stick. That's all it takes for that. I can get mushrooms with my ceiling, which I can get easily. I will show the progressive automation stuff here in a sec. I'm just collecting those. So I made a planter and a lumberjack. Okay. So, progressive automation. One of my favorite new mods that I've discovered through this. It basically lets you automate stuff really early for not a ton, but it's not super effective unless you upgrade it. So, the one that I'm going to be using mainly right now is this, which is basically a lumberjack. And what it does is you put it on the same level as the saplings you planted, and it will basically chop them down and collect the drops for you. It has a little inventory. Let me just torch there. Okay. Flint. I couldn't remember what I was going over here for. It was I needed to fix this because you need to actually put a tool into them for it to work. And in addition to that tool, you need to put fuel. How you get these fuel pellets is you just take a coal or a charcoal and it gives you 8. It's the same amount of burn time, that's 8 at 200, which is 16, and that's just 1 at 1600. The reason you would want that is because it basically just takes, it uses 1. It doesn't, like, just use what it needs, and then, like, it'll stay there, like, at a level of that. It will just use 1, and then it'll just burn down. That basically just prolongs how long you can use stuff. I forgot to show the recipe because I meant to do that. Okay. So, the stone chopper. These are all cheap. They all basically follow this formula, which is a furnace surrounded by an N or an upside down U of smooth stone with the relevant tools, the thing there. Like this is the one that cuts down trees. The miner has a pickaxe. The planter has a hoe. I haven't actually looked at these. Oh yeah, that's the one that deals with animals. That's shears. And this is the one that just kills things. And this generator we'll get to, but it's basically the thing you can use to power. It makes like 40 RF per tick. And the thing with these RF engines is you'll see it says if you add it to if you put it in where you put the wood or the coal, and you plug in some power, it will use that instead of the coal or charcoal. So this is actually semi-relevant all the way to whenever you get like a Mine Factory Reloaded lumberjack or whatever. So, and I will use this stone planter at some point, but the reason I'm not doing it, the reason I even did that right now to begin with, is because I gave this as a quest reward, the stone upgrade, made by surrounding 1 redstone with smooth stone. What it does is, you will notice this has a range of 1. That doesn't mean like it goes out 1. It means literally starting on the east side of it. And I don't remember if it goes clockwise or counterclockwise. The number of its range is how many it will do. Like if I put this in, it will do a total of 5 spaces. Like either this one all the way over to this one or the other way around. The reason I have 2 is because that makes it able to do this entire circle. I haven't quite finished it yet, but when I do, it will be able to do that. So let me just demonstrate here. Just give it a moment. This should work. It generally has. There. you'll notice it is chopping that tree down. And I mean, it's not like the fastest pace, but it's a decent one. And done. And then it plants the saplings. And it stores the drops there. And if you run out of coal, it will like pull the wood or whatever can be used out for fuel. So you want to keep an eye on that. And also, if you have a bunch of saplings you want it to plant, you can just put them there, and that's that slot. So I can just leave that, and it will do the trees for me. Let's just go ahead and open this. Ooh, it's a custom NPCs thing. I have no idea what that does, but I'm slightly nervous from the name. Okay. Now what? Oh yeah, I wanted to get that mossy one started. Let me just go ahead and make a decent number of barrels. I think 5 is what I wanted. I'm going to arrange them thusly. Yeah, this is going to look better at some point. This whole island's going to look better. I'm not just going to have just a platform forever. Oh, I have some already. Okay. So, what I want to do, I'm not sure if having more with water in them around it makes it faster, but it can't hurt. All I know is I usually just surround like that one in the middle with 8 cobble, and it takes forever. Like, I started around now on my last world, and I was only like 7 of the 9 I needed to finish that quest and get the ball of moss, which is 9 of them. By the time I'd automated my sifting and stuff, so I don't want it to take that long again, if I can help it. Right. Talent collection, right. I have like 3 of the 4 I need for that. I'm gonna get 5 and sift that. I don't want to do too much of this on camera, because that's boring. So I meant to mention what this is. This is going to be my farm in the future. I've planned it out so that there's room for 8 dirt blocks along the side, because when you max out the agricraft thing, where it's 10, 10, 10, the growth, the gain, and the strength or whatever, the 8 will get you half a stack. And it accidentally did that on my last roll, which I keep mentioning, but probably don't need to. And it just kind of seemed nice and like a good number, solid round number. Okay. So, this one progresses about as you would expect. You just kind of progressively go down the thing. And eventually, you will get to that part, which should finish it. Yeah. Okay. And I would do not that one, that one, the stone miner, because it's a fairly good cobble gen, but it's sort of tedious. Because what it does is it makes 1 cobblestone. I mean, you basically put the charcoal or whatever in it to run it. And how it's supposed to work is you put a bunch of cobblestone in there and it will like mine down in a straight line and replace everything that isn't cobble with cobble. But what you can do is just like click out of it click the cobble out of it, and it will make another one, so you can kind of cobble gen that way. But I don't need stone that badly quite yet. And it takes a decent, because this needs a stone miner and a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. And I would need a stone miner in addition to that to actually use it. So that would it's doable. It's not like it's that impossible, but it's tedious. It's gonna take a while. I think I'm gonna poke around in the other ones. I'm gonna make a smeltery off camera, because that's just gonna be making clay, sand, and gravel and smelting it. Let's see here. Okay, I can What do I need for that? Just the barrel. Okay. I can pretty much do that now. Just need to get a little bit more logs. Another thing with the progressive automation things is you'll notice there are tiers. The stone, the iron, and the diamond. There's actually supposed to be a wooden tier before it, but Jade disabled it. And how you get the next tiers is you make this, and then you basically, I mean, it's about what you would expect. And the reason you would want to do that is, I mean, I think that, for one thing, they're more efficient and stuff, but another thing is you can only use tools up to whatever tier thing you have. Like, I couldn't put an iron pick into the stone miner and expect it to work. It would just sort of sit there and not do anything. Only stone or below, or I guess flint. So, I mean, I don't really think I'm going to run into that problem with like the bat, because I'm going to definitely want something that's easier to repair. I mean, it's fine. It chops stuff down pretty quick. Ah, I guess it does work faster. Right, I can't mine that yet. I don't have a thing that will let me. The reason I want to do that and get that done is because I want to put the moss onto this raiding hoe, because I have no idea how you get tear jerker, which is the repair material, and whatever, I mean, what made up the axe head. I have no idea where you get that, because if you write in tear jerker, all you get is the stuff that you can make with it. That's all you get. There's no recipe for them. And I have no idea what it even is. And I like the raiding hoe. It's quite nice. It's good. It has good durability. It has good harvest levels. It's a decent speed. It's not great speed. And it's powerful. Like, I mean, just base, it has 8 attack damage. For comparison, my pick has 3. Stonehammer is 4. And that is 5. I mean, it's not like amazing or anything, but it'll last a while. But you can only put the upgrades on stuff that's at max durability, I think. Could be completely wrong about that. Oh. Uh-oh. Ignore that. That never happened. I was getting stone to fill up the crucible. I'm trying to keep it going. Eventually, I'm just going to put a hopper on top of the thing. Oh, I thought that was diamond for a second. I was like, oh boy. But no, it was apatite. Right, I was doing this. It's always nice when you walk over and check it and it's chopped down a tree and you didn't even know. I just need a little bit more logs to get that barrel. There we go. And you'll watch the durability is, in fact, going to go down when it gets to the logs. So it's not like you just put it in there and it's just free. It will use durability, but it does it on its own. Okay. And you'll notice it actually gives you a decent return on saplings. That one regular tree gave you 4 extra ones. Just gonna go get this started. Do I have any already going? No. And I don't think I really need an extra one going. Worst case, this thing just stops working, and I just have to do it manually. Okay. So let's just go ahead and make this better barrel, which I won't really have a use for quite yet, but I will once I get a decent, like, actual cobble gen thing going. So my goal is to have like the extra utilities item transfer node or whatever on there, because it'll just pull it out automatically if you have a world interaction upgrade. Okay, now this other stuff is stuff that I'm going to get into quite yet. I am going to have to do this because this one right here, this one particular door's quest, I have no idea why it's this one in particular. That one opens up the Applied Energistics quests, or at least it did in the last update. But I'm not going to get to that yet. I don't know if there are actually any quests of that. I've never unlocked them. I think I may cut this part a little bit early because I've kind of run out of things I can do that aren't just sitting there with gravel sifting it. So I think I am going to... I mean, it's been about 15 minutes. That's a decent length. So I'm going to off-camera some more, and I will come back when I have something interesting to report. And so until next time, this has been Conquest. Farewell.